So I'm here with Ernie Migali. He's the CEO of Migali Industries. It's a third generation family business, and I've known Ernie for a little bit here now, and I figured we'd chat for a few minutes and just learn a little bit about what you and your company do. So tell me a little bit about your business.
Yeah, so Migali, we're a third generation family-owned manufacturer and importer of um, commercial restaurant equipment such as commercial refrigeration and cooking equipment. And then we also manufacture medical grade scientific refrigeration for storing blood, vaccines, and pharmaceutical products. My grandfather started the business back in 1955, small little horse carriage garage in South Philly. And we've grown it to a fairly large operation that we have today in Blackwood, New Jersey. Myself, I obviously said I'm the CEO. My brother runs the factory operations and is the director of operations, and my sister is also involved along with my father at the same time. So it's a big family operation. But yeah, so we have distribution throughout the whole country. We have 6 different warehouses nationwide. We have a warehouse in Panama, the country Panama. We have a team of employees in China as well and Thailand, and we are keep on growing year after year. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's all. So when you talk about all these facilities and locations and it's abroad as well. It's not just here in the U.S. That's got to come with some challenges. What are some of the challenges you face?
When you're talking about abroad, you're really talking about language barrier and communication challenges for the most part. Challenges with country laws and understanding them when it comes to importing, exporting, taxes, duties. Those are all challenging. But it all really comes down to if you have the right person within those countries, then those challenges really start to shrink and you are able to overcome them much more easily with the right people. So you just have to hire local in those countries and make sure you got the right people that have a lot of background in what you're trying to accomplish, and it's not so bad.
Sounds like building relationships are really important.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean I feel that the I'm always trying to build relationships where there's equal quid pro quo of loyalty going back and forth, where it feels like, hey, listen, they're willing to follow me in the battle, but I'm willing to lead and follow my sword if I have to. So I feel like when you build that sort of relationship with your employees and your customers, they're willing to do much more than what you could get out of them otherwise.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. All right, so you just mentioned customers. So I'm curious, who are your customers? What areas are you doing? Restaurants, or are you focused on different areas? What is your primary customer
Yeah,
base?
so on the food service side, we sell primarily to food service distribution companies. So these companies would buy everything from our equipment, which is refrigeration and cooking equipment for the commercial space. They would also buy things like ice makers, mixers, whatever goes into the restaurants, and they redistribute those to the restaurants. We also sell in that sector to directly to chain business. So any kind of restaurant chain would be a big customer of ours as well. And primarily that's who we're selling to. On the scientific side, we sell mostly direct to the healthcare facilities. So some of our customers are like the Mayo Clinic, the Cleveland Clinic, NYU Hospital, UPenn here in Philly.
So I imagine dealing with customers like that, the large ones, and you talk about scientific, it's pretty important that the equipment be up and operating, and downtime is an issue. Loss of product would probably be a big issue for them. Why do you think they choose Magali? What makes their interest in using your products in your company?
So I think it's going to be a combination of quality, but also our ability to deliver to them. If, say, something is down in the field, we can deliver a product to them within 3 to 5 days. Having a broad range of warehouses throughout the country enables us to do that. And being a small, more nimble company, I think is really advantageous. We are able to offer them quick answers to complex problems.
Hmm. Yeah, cool. All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. So what makes Magali great? Because I know you got a great company. I mean, I've been watching it for a little while now and working with you. Why don't you share with us what makes, in your opinion, your company great?
I really think anytime you work for or work with a family-owned company, if the culture is right between the siblings, it always creates a great atmosphere and a great place to work. Thankfully, I get along with my siblings quite well. So I think the culture here is very strong. It's family oriented. We care about people before, honestly, our profits. And I think the employees and our customers really see that.
Mm.
So that is a cornerstone and a foundation to, I believe, who we are. We're very customer service oriented. We drive within our culture to always seek excellence. So I feel like we get that from all of our employees, and because we do that, that just naturally your end result is a high quality product and a high quality service.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. You mentioned your siblings, but you didn't mention dad, and I love the fact that you still got dad to be around, as the advisor. He still brings that wisdom to the table for you guys, right?
He does, yeah. S- um, I would say my father, even though he's a little bit been out of the daily transactions and the daily business, as far as his experience when it comes to many things that we haven't come across before. He has, and it's enabled us to make better decisions and to actually move forward with a little bit more caution than I might have otherwise have done. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a great family business, Ernie. It really is, and I appreciate you sharing a little bit with us here today. I
absolutely.
know you've been a member of the Vistage CE peer group for 18 months now, and I'm just curious, what that experience been like for you.
Yeah, I mean it's been great. Listen, when you we don't have a board, so we have nobody to really go to when we're wrestling with obstacles and impediments or looking for growth, and trying to find new creative ways to, bring our business to the next level. So, Visage for me has been sort of like my board, and it's been my sounding board for a lot of new ideas. I appreciate the honesty of the members in Vistage. There's a couple of guys that really won't let you get away with much, which is exactly where we want. That's why we work. That's why we're there. So um, when you're um, when you're operating in a way that isn't going to be to your long-term benefit, I mean, you get called out on it. And I think that's a great thing. And they also offer great creative ways of solving some complex issues. And we all share that. And there's this level of honesty and transparency that I really appreciate. So it's been really good for me in my personal growth, and I think the growth of the company.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Thank you. In thinking back over those past 18 months, can you think of an example of something that the groups helped you with, helped you make a better decision, or helped you do something that maybe you wouldn't have if you hadn't been participating with it?
Yeah, I think there is there's been an opportunity to sell in a different marketplace, and I wasn't quite sure if that's a step that I wanted to take. And I gave him all the reasons why this might be a bad idea and all the reasons why it might be a good idea. And I feel like the group really helped me think through and ask questions, so that when I finally did decide to move forward with this, I felt a lot more comfortable to do so. You know, because the challenges are ongoing with starting a side or a business that actually complements the business that we're doing right now. Um, the team is still there to answer my questions and to help me along. So I would just say the step-by-step process of that has been really helpful.
Yeah, it's interesting because it comes to mind when you bring that example up that I've found over the years with Vistage Group. Um, it's not about how to do something as much as it is should you do something. Should I do this? Because sometimes you have this really great idea, you think it's great, and all of a sudden, you get input and it's not so great, or it just validates that what you're thinking is really good. So,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
thanks for sharing that. And I want to say that you, as being a part of that group, you've been a tremendous asset to the group because you bring real value to it, and you give that same perspective and help to others in the group. So, I thank you for being a part of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, Ernie. Well, it's been great chatting with you, and I appreciate the time and look forward to seeing you soon.
Awesome. Thanks,
All
Joe.
right, thanks.